So this is Team Superflux plus Butter. So I'm Ray, John.
I know. Our project is called the Subscription State. It's from the brief team Polysphere. Our story is that after decades of neoliberalism in Britain, the state's obligations have been reduced to the bare minimum. The British Isles is a free economic zone. Tax is set to a fixed 0.1%. All public services are privatized and deregulated. Accessing services is through subscriptions and contracts, removing political aspirations out of the equation. It's the ultimate form of democracy. Political ideologies are no longer fought over in election campaigns, but embedded in service contracts. Individuals are free to sign up to the service products that suit their political ideologies and economic needs.
So we've designed 4 service contracts that kind of exemplify different areas.
Just examples of this sort of like this word or
I think
yeah, well I'm going to read, so I think I actually said I do contracts and I didn't want to do contracts today. Yeah, I'm holding 4 examples. Which is, I don't know how that happened, but it did. So these are kind of, I suppose, 4 examples of different types of maybe contracts that you might have, and you know, what services might be offered, but then what social obligations that you might have within that. So the first one is the eco-share plan, and this is a kind of a contract, 18 months. It's 50% of your gross salary. It's for people who still believe in some kind of public service provision, maybe in some way. And it's all about and I'm kind of part of that kind of sharing economy. So it's about they would get access to the following types of services. So access to services on a shared basis according to need. They get both discounts on utilities and purchases, and they get legal aid in support of criminal, but not civil cases. But they have a lot of social obligations, so they have to provide access to their resources to other signatories on their plans, such as car sharing, or that obliged to notify the service provider of other subscribers who fail to honour their contractual obligations, and that provide kind of community and ecological services for a minimum of 1 day per week. So the type of kind of maybe an example.
Yeah, so say you were to get in your car and drive to Blackpool, for instance. You get into your car, you would have to type in the route that you were taking the car with, and how many free spaces you've got in the car, and then you would be kind of contractually obliged to pick people up along the route, and if you weren't to pick those people up, they're contractually obliged to report you to the service provider for not obliging your contract. So there's a sort of kind of almost like a surveillance state, I guess, that kind of is sort of built into that. It kind of you have to sort of
everybody's happy and everybody gets along, but you all have to be happy. Everybody has to get along because that's the way the contract works.
Yeah, exactly.
So then the next type of contract is maybe something like a bit more platinum plus. This is for somebody who they can just basically buy their way into all the kind of services they want. So they get the direct high quality services and it comes straight to them. They have their own personal assistant on call, and they also have a direct access to the best kind of high quality legal services and things like this. And this is kind of paid quarterly. And the type of things that might mean is for them is they might have basically a big "Don't fuck with me" sticker on their car. So if the police pull it over, they know that this person can bring the full bearing of the law down.
Yeah, but you've got access to the best legal lawyers in the country, but you're also having to pay £250,000 a quarter for that. So it kind of excludes. It means that nobody, like the eco share, you're paying 50% of your income. So you're supporting possibly people that earn less than you. This one, you've got no kind of social obligations.
Yeah,
but you're having to pay a high premium for that.
In a way, it's an extrapolation of some of the things you're seeing currently. So the UK Border Service, I applied for a visa, I had to wait for 10 months to get a visa from the government. But if I had £6,000, the government would come to my house and give me the visa the same very day. So it's that sort of
Yeah.
So another kind of a contract, and I realise we're reading out contracts to you, is something a bit more pay as you go for so maybe somebody who's a bit more of the freelance lifestyle who and also there's a bit of in every contract there's probably a social
it's kind of a political leaning, I guess, sort of bias maybe as well.
Yeah, inside it. So this is maybe somebody who's maybe a little bit more libertarian, so there's only kind of doing
paying for what they...
Yeah, but this is very much about, your billed for all use of services by the time that you use them, or by the measurement of all the utilities and water, or whatever that might be. you don't have any direct social obligations, but maybe there's opportunities to earn some money and some payback via different services.
So imagine that you might have like an advertising channel that you might earn credits by watching that. What was the
doctor? That you go to visit the doctor and you're just going to quickly grab the prescription and run without really having chat.
You're being billed on a quarter of a minute, so you go in there. As soon as you get the information you feel you need from the doctor, there's going to be no sort of pleasantries. You just sort of.
And would the doctor be like, oh, okay, hang on.
Trying to kind of, you know, you're on that one.
Behavioural changes that happen.
Yeah. So what
yeah, and then I suppose the final one was really around, I suppose, Christian. You know, not everybody is going to have access, but everybody needs funds to be able to do it. But everybody needs kind of services. So you know, what is the
Christian
kind of,
aid contracts?
Yeah, what's that kind of, you know, the one that's kind of the more charitable one? And that's, you know, it's a lot more limited access to kind of the core utilities, you know, but you know, there's kind of the obligations and are more around, well, you have to attend baby services, you have to do a bit of door to door, and you have to actually, do some kind of recruiting in some way for people. We kind of maybe some examples of how this might be, like, you know, there's actually you don't get any legal support, but you got like a priest of counsel if you got mugged or something like that, but nobody's going to look after you and chase it up the police. So there's some examples from the subscription state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got other touch points and stuff that we can design.